and welcome to episode 8 of Game and Movie Podcast. I have the privilege of having 3GI, the entire cast and crew back here with me. I'm your moderator, Anthony Schwader, and I'm just going to introduce everyone. To my left is Taylor Campbell. How you doing, Taylor?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. And to his left, we have Kevin.
How's it going?
Good.
Gone
To
ring.
his left, Gonring, yep, is Rebecca Cosgrove. How are you?
Good. How are you, Tony?
Doing all right. I'm going to get asked if I'm all right 7 times here.
Keep doing it.
It's polite.
It is, yeah.
Don't worry, I'll say something different.
Cool. And to her left is Eric.
Thank you for the extremely warm introduction, Tony.
You got it, my man. And to his left, we have Hannah.
How am I?
Oh!
Thank you.
Whoa!
Turned me through a 360 there. Or a 180. A 360 I would be right where. See how turn around I am?
No, well, we did do a 360 because we've already done this, so we are back.
Oh, boom. All right. I'm into that. And who you just heard there was Grant.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Excellent. I have a little thing here that I read before, but I'm going to read again since we did this one time already. 3GI produces short comedic videos with emphasis on skits, pranks, and video game related content. Would you guys say that's fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
We're a professional goof-off group. That's
Yeah.
the easiest way to say it.
Yeah, dysfunctional goofs.
Yeah, I love it. The content you guys provide, a lot of it's on YouTube.
Just on
Is there
YouTube.
anywhere else that you can find it?
Grant's
On,
hard drive.
Oh, yeah.
They're somewhere out there.
If you go to the park in Madison on September 3rd, you can find it there too.
Oh, Shrekfest.
Once upon a Labor Day weekend, there was a mythical festival in Madison, Wisconsin. Shrekheads gathered from all across the land, led by a group of goof-offs. There were swampy games, dank prizes, and confused parents. And when the sun went down and the mosquitoes became unbearable, there was even a screening of the 2001 masterpiece. Cometh one, cometh all, to the festival of love and life. Shrekfest. What the lordy?
Hey now, there's no cussing, family friendly, Shrek Fest. Hey now, come and join the onion eating contest. And all that glitters is green. Shrek Fest.
And you guys make a lot of different types of unique things to buy, like VHS tapes, right?
Yeah.
Onion wine.
Onion wine. Oh, I gotta be
Oh,
talking.
we don't sell it. We can't sell alcohol.
We can serve it, but we can't.
We can donate drunkenness to you
Yep.
if you come.
Yeah, we're not joking around. We really made onion wine, and at the second Shrek Fest, a kid chugged a college.
Yeah, not a kid.
A college
a full-grown
boy
adult.
man.
Toddler.
Chugged the whole thing. And just as like a reference, I couldn't even smell it without gagging.
I drank
managed
some.
to drink a
It
little
was
bit.
fine.
Some
I
people
hated
liked it. I thought
It
it
smelled
smelled
so bad.
like farts.
Yeah.
It was not
I-
as bad as the straight onion juice.
No.
That was terrible.
Me the next day, I smelled like complete shit. It was so bad.
I was on ecstasy, the only
Yeah, I remember
Shrekfest that I went to, and I tasted a little bit of it, and it made me dry heave over and over. It was so bad.
Just the stench was doing that to me. I had to throw the bottle halfway across the food. There's nothing in the bottle, just the bottle itself. Had retained the, thinking about it now, it is bringing something up in my throat.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much more,
The
but
foulest odor.
let's talk about the origins of Shrekfest. How did this come to be?
It was a fake. It was like a post on Craigslist or Facebook, and then, I think a lot of people seemed interested in it, and then
Yeah.
we were interested in it.
Yeah, we
Remember
really wanted to go.
Who got, like, if one of our friends sent it to us, or
Yeah, I think it was just one of those things that like you
somebody sent it
find,
to us, and
and then it turned out to be
they
fake.
were like, yeah, are you involved with this kind of deal, or is this you guys?
Yeah.
And we were really excited about it, and it seemed awesome. They were like, the Fleet Farm was sponsoring it and everything.
This is legit. Yeah, this is
Like,
real.
Dang, I'm so
They got
mad
Fleet
that
Farm.
we didn't think of this.
Because you guys have been known to champion Shrek in the past, which is why people were maybe asking you if you were a part of it.
Yeah, there was a weird Shrek obsession going on. And I want to put emphasis that it wasn't because of like a meme source. It was just we're
No.
doing a Halloween video, one Halloween, 2013, and we need to come up with a villain. And somebody who's not here right now, but Kyle, this is a message to Kyle Cation. He suggested Shrek. just out of the goodness of his heart. I guess that's where that came from.
Yeah, and then like for 4 years, we.
And I don't think he was the kind of guy that would have seen the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, any of the
No.
Oh, yeah, we
names.
saw
He's
that
disconnected.
afterwards.
I don't think.
I think
so.
he probably genuinely thought Shrek
That
was a
would be a
villain.
good-
It's like, well, we need a scary villain.
It's Shrek.
Yeah. I think, wait, that's what it all comes. Oh, it's not Shrek Fest, but as far as the horror films that we done with Shrek, it was the idea that Shrek is scary.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
he is a
because
monster.
technically he's a monster, but if you know Shrek,
That's what the lesson of the movie is all about, and the lesson of Shrek Fest. You see this thing, and you're like, that is monstrous, but then you go and you spend 8 hours there, and you're like, oh, that was all right.
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah, met some nice people.
The Craigslist ad, I guess we found out that it was fake.
Yeah, it was fake.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we have 2 weeks.
It was
make real.
supposed to be on July 26th, I think the date was, and we found
The
out it was
original
fake on like the 23rd or something, and we like really went into overdrive.
we were
to-
heartbroken.
You guys really cobbled something together quick then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
because we
It
didn't
was.
want to change the date because we figured if some people thought it was real, the fake one was real, like we did, that maybe they would want to go to a real one.
And so that's why it's in Madison too, because that's who
Yeah.
originally did it, and
Yeah.
that's where it was held, right?
Yep,
Right.
but it's not the park that was advertising the fake event. I called the parks department when we decided, like, let's do it real. And I was like, is it okay if we hold, like, a little event at this park? And they're like, are you why this park? It's like, apparently it was just like a swing set and a slide.
Yeah, there was no, and it wasn't even close to anything. It was just
No.
like.
I think the joke was it was a tiny play set in the middle of nowhere. So then we found a park a little better than that. And then the second year, a little better than that. And the third year, James Madison Park, where we're holding it this year. It's a really good park. It's really close to the campus.
Oh, nice.
It's a great park.
Right
It's
on
on
the
the lake.
water. Yeah, it's pretty.
Aw, that's what Shrek deserves. That's what Shrek Fest
It is,
deserves.
yeah.
God damn it.
Well,
If we can't hold it in a swamp. If we could
you're
win,
right.
that's where you would deserve.
what? In a
We
swamp?
we can't have it in a swamp. It's too dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, like, we go out there with the hose the day before. Yeah.
Just turn it into a swamp.
We should destroy the... Yes.
Just ruin the property.
So what year is this?
2017.
What year of Shrek Fest is this?
4.
It'll be
Oh,
Shrek,
oh,
Shrek
oh.
Fest forever after.
I was like, why are you asking me that? I thought I was going to go
love it.
somewhere.
Implied
Yeah, this is
information.
the fourth one.
But we're not like.
Doesn't-
I love it. I love
Right.
it.
Are you going to go to
We're
Shrek
just
Fest?
going.
Yeah, we're just going this
I-
year. We're not setting it
We
up.
sort
Yeah.
of passed on the torch.
Wait, oh, you did?
As
Yeah.
the torch
It's not us doing it.
We'll
It's
be
not,
there.
it's not a
Oh,
full.
wow.
It's not a full handoff of the torch. There's still one pinky on the torch.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got a ton of Google Docs that say order stickers from this source, order shirts from this source. So it's like I don't expect people to figure that out from square one. So I'm like trying to give them all the tools for Shrekfest.
Ah,
So
okay.
that like it can be a machine that just takes care of itself in Madison.
Teach a man to fish.
Right.
Show them where the fishing pole is.
Since the first year,
Just
people
show
have
me
been
how to
like, do Shrekfest here, like, come do Shrekfest here. Basically, our message has been like, just do it.
Yeah, people
do
have
Shrekfest.
done it.
Yeah, and somebody in Australia did it.
Oh shit.
Australia.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're talented at or like know what we're doing.
Events.
You know, it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we're
like,
just
what
a
is-
bunch of idiots who
What is
like.
the skill? It's just
It's
buying
inspiration. It's
root
actually
beer and
doing
showing
it.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got gumption. That might be true.
Yeah, Mike wrote
Gum.
the best article about it that
Gum.
first year about
What was it?
making fun of Shrek, but like not teasing
Yeah.
Shrek, but like creating fun out of nowhere. Like you get 80 people in a park and hanging out having fun, like where there wouldn't have been before. So
Yeah.
It's magical.
it's a positive, a net positive, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
When
Except
I
for
like-
that one guy that you had to punch out.
Yeah. We can
Gotta
talk
edit.
about that. I think
Okay.
that's fine.
The statute of limitations is probably over.
Yeah, it's not.
There's an embarrassing encounter where there's a kid that we got mad at.
He was as
He was
big
bad.
as any of us.
He's bad. He's
bigger than
naughty.
me.
He was being pretty naughty.
He
Probably
stole
was.
Shrek.
He did. He stole our inflatable Shrek.
Yeah, we were playing the movie.
What a
We had
fucker.
this giant inflatable Shrek. He runs away with it. I end up chasing him down the first time that he messes with us, and I get the Shrek back. And we basically just said, "You're banished. Get out of Shrek."
Yeah.
Wait, oh, wait.
He started riding his bike
Get
around
out
and
of
tearing
Well, he-
down
he
the
was
one or
like-
two
yeah.
streamers we had.
Yeah, it wasn't just like then I remember he like started hitting David.
after the whole fiasco with stealing Shrek, he came back on his bike and was like circling the thing because it was in like a circle enclosure, and then he came around and kicked David.
Yeah, then I looked over and then like I saw like you in a tussle with this teenager. So then I like walked over there.
Hey, pick us on your own side.
Yeah, dressed as Shrek, and I just manhandled this kid.
Ran for his bike in the dumpster.
I threw his bike and I smacked him across the lip.
That's bad.
David still has his lighter.
that's it.
All right.
What?
Little trophy.
You don't want to say that.
Oh.
We could talk about hitting a 15-year-old but not taking his life.
He was like in
He was probably
college
like 19.
I think he was a dad.
You never know.
He was older than me.
Might have been older,
He was
yeah.
huge.
He probably just smoked weed and cigarettes. And what else did you do with a lighter? Maybe you lit a fire.
That's what he was
Kind of a
planning.
pyromaniac.
That story was the first story that Eric ever told me.
The
We've
lore.
been together ever since. I'm so
Congratulations.
impressed.
Dude, you should have seen the
Yeah.
image of Eric dressed as a donkey running after this kid, and a couple minutes later he comes back dressed as donkey with this giant inflatable Shrek. Everyone's
say.
cheering.
And like 150 people
That
just
picture is
losing
awesome.
their minds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric in an open field with Shrek, with a huge inflatable Shrek above his head.
Do
Yeah.
not forget to mention that the inflatable Shrek was signed by
Smash
Smash
Mouth.
Mouth.
That's right. I
Himself,
remember
yes.
looking right at him on ecstasy.
Yeah.
What a thing to behold.
I didn't know you were on that.
Yeah, not many people did. I wasn't really walking around yelling, "I'm on ecstasy!"
We try to make it a family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
as best
try.
we can.
Yeah.
We had
Bless
some
you guys.
complaints last year.
Well, that
really-
wasn't our fault.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
I mean, I probably swore a few times in the microphone.
I don't
That's
think
not
you
that bad.
No, it
As
was
a
the-
parent,
it was that guy running around doing the video.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's what the mom got mad.
Yeah.
Reporter
Asking
guy.
people to eat onions, sing 420 blazers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is someone unaffiliated.
No, so
Yeah.
He,
Okay.
was, he was working for one of the Madison student newspapers. That's when he eventually ended up posting his video and article on.
All right.
But it was him that people were complaining about being too rowdy. So
Was he
he didn't
dressed as
represent his.
Farquaad?
Yeah, he was
He
smart.
Yeah.
Well,
A very poor.
so they thought he was
imitation.
with us because he had a costume.
Gotcha. Shrekfest is great. Bless you guys for doing it. Who else helps out with 3GI?
Pep pep.
I guess it changes through the years. I mean, Sean Stacy.
Oh yeah,
did-
Sean Stacy helped us out with the first year.
Our buddy
Direct
Jake
Fest.
helps us film, and he's been, I mean, he was in the Wreck-It Ralph videos.
The Christmas
Jake a
video.
lot behind the camera. He
10
helped
or
us shoot
11.
some of our bigger projects. And
Yeah.
of course, we got Winhell and Jeff.
Both
kind
in
of our
Florida.
Helped us do Jurassic Swamp.
Who
Yep.
they just filmed something for the new Minions movie.
Whoa.
No,
Really?
a promotional thing.
They got to meet the minions.
Live action minions.
I was talking to Jeff and he's like, "Yeah, I got to direct Minions, real is people in the mascot costumes, I think." And
Oh,
it was like a
okay.
promo thing. Banana.
cool.
I don't know.
Banana.
I don't know the
They
deets,
made
but
it.
they made it. They're-
TriStark is on the
yeah,
level
shit.
now.
That's
It was
cool.
weird because
Good for them.
that
Yeah.
that exact week you had been eyeing that minion costume on Craigslist.
Yeah.
That's now living in our
basement. I snatched that.
Whoa, really? What's
Yeah.
it like?
I'll show you a
It's
picture. I'm gonna enhance it.
Titties?
No, I want to give it teeth.
Shit.
I want to take a little of the life out of the eyes. Get rid of the smile and just do it open mouth. How
Are
can
you
I-
doing anything with the Shrek mascot costume?
Yeah, basically the same thing.
Get rid of the smile.
Yeah, a little less happy and just more unaware.
You ready to sweat your butt off in that thing?
Yeah, I
Oh, is that
don't.
what I have to wear?
If you want, it's gonna be fucking hot.
That's fine.
It's like wearing a coat.
And that's more
just
than
with
a
lower
coat.
head,
That's
no
like-
head.
It's wearing two coats.
Or no, just
you
the head
will
maybe.
be embraced by the minion.
The minion will be way less worse than the Shrek.
It's good that you have a lot of people helping you out too, just here and there, to create some of these videos.
Yeah, it's changed through the years.
Dwayne's here.
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne.
Always helps out.
Oh, guys, just Dwayne.
Yeah, you met Dwayne, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
knows
during
it.
Jurassic Swamp filming.
Wait a minute. God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man creates Shrek. Shrek destroys God. Shrek becomes God. Man worships Shrek. Shrek destroys man. Shrek becomes man. Man creates Shrek too.
I think you can expect my swamp to be totally under control.
Wayne, the kind of control you're attempting is simply not possible. I mean, Shrek breaks free, painfully, maybe even dangerously.
You think 10% DNA will override 90?
I'm simply saying that Shrek finds a way.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Watch that, people. Type in Jurassic Swamp and watch it, and you'll see that the T-Shrex is actually Tony.
Hey guys, I got a
I think one of my favorite memories of all through the years of 3GI is doing Jurassic Swamp. We were filming the scene where the T-Shrex attacks the car. Did we have the sprinklers going? Was it like supposed to be raining? I don't know.
I cannot remember.
But you're outside. We had like a miniature Jeep that you're kind of thrusting against.
That's right, yeah.
And we're trying to give you directions to how to act. And we wanted you to be really into it, and we just started yelling, "Come! Come, Tony!
In this urban neighborhood.
So you started like shaking.
Yeah,
that is just
your head towards the sky and howl.
Yeah, that wasn't in the script. No humping.
No, that's
was
what I'm
in the
saying.
script.
Yeah, the humping, we didn't go as far to add that to the script at all. Just seeing you out there, it was like, we had to do it. It was too perfect. Once you moved around to the back of the car.
When Hell said do it donkey style.
That was a lot of fun. I had a great deal of fun with it.
Yeah.
How you say that's like kind of ad-libbed? How much of your videos are ad-libbed, and how much is per the script?
Well, it depends.
hard to say, yeah,
Like a Puzzle Master video is not scripted at all.
Yeah, that's all I ad lib.
Yeah, it's just-
Before we get into that, let's break down a little bit of what Puzzle Master is.
So Puzzle Master is me.
I'm the puzzle master.
He has a pink tuxedo, and he's like he's a reporter. He's an inquisitive man.
He's kind of clueless.
Yeah, he's a clueless kind of bumbling.
Wherever he is,
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on, but he likes it. And he just goes to places and kind of asks what's going on.
What the heck is going on here?
yeah.
And that's like when we're filming those, that's usually all I ask. I'll go up to someone and say, "Hey, what's going on here?"
What the heck is going on here?
Just tell me something fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then I go, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, we get lucky with people just saying dumb shit. Like when you went to the pet parade and somebody said that their dog was filled with brown and red.
The only feeling that it comes with is brown and red.
I see that guy often.
Oh, so that was a friendly thing for
No,
him to say.
no, I don't know who that guy is, but I see him around here. But yeah, I asked him, "Hey, who's that ding dong?" And he got mad.
Not a ding dong.
He said he's not a ding dong.
Never
His
know.
name's whatever. His his filling's only brown and red, and
These are delicious.
And then he stopped him from going into the puddle. He went to get the dog to not go to the puddle.
A question I would like to ask, and I think this would better help summarize what 3GI is, because we make videos, in case we didn't get that point across, but what everyone's favorite video is. For me, it'd be Jurassic Swamp. I just love seeing those creatures.
Favorite video or like experience filming?
Oh, tell me
Experience filming is smallest penis contest.
See, now that's a Puzzle Master video,
Yeah.
and I think you should explain in 2 sentences what that journey was.
We went to an event called the Smallest Penis Pageant to film it, and then I ended up competing, and then the year after I ended up winning.
And this is located in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
It's
I
quite
think
a trek for you.
yeah, that was a Shrek.
Ouch!
Super
I mean,
shoot.
yeah.
No, my favorite. I think Super Smash Tournament 4.
I really like 4 as well. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's my favorite, but I agree. It's a really like clean. I love the graphics in it.
Yeah, it just looks awesome. The
Yeah.
fighting is awesome.
We reenact the video game Super Smash. And for that one, we fought in the snow. And just look it up. It's really weird. We
It's
were very
extreme.
cold.
Yeah,
one.
it's some
very
intense
extreme.
Taylor got
backyard
tased.
wrestling.
Yeah, I did get tased full on taser launched into my body by Pikachu.
Yeah.
Hey, can we say who did it, or is that like?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah, again, the statute of limitations is probably over on
Yeah.
that.
So Eric
Yes, me, wasted out of my mind.
The drunkest person there who's the only person to agree to tase his friend.
And the only one who read the instructions.
And probably...
That's important.
I watched
I
the
will
safety
believe
video
that.
too.
But we didn't look at how to get him out of my body.
No, yeah, we
Dude, it
overlooked
looks so
that.
painful.
It was really bad.
They're meant to stay in.
Yeah. It was an extremely painful thing that's happened to me. But I enjoyed it.
There's like fishing hooks.
Yeah, so if you don't know, like, when people say taser, they always think of like a stun gun. It wasn't the stun. It wasn't like the put it onto your arm and shock. It was the full on, the cops. Taser.
It was the needles flying
tase me,
out.
bro.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
I'm good to go, man. You want to keep fighting? No, we're done. All right.
They like completely incapacitate you, stun gun.
Yeah, and it has like a 1-inch needle that goes into your body.
Ugh.
And the current goes between the two, so it was in my back.
Fuck yeah. Get the prongs out? They're stuck. I tried.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm okay.
Okay. We got one out.
One out.
All right, here we go.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay, good. They're both out. We're good.
The first one you missed, and they went
Yes.
past my head.
Yeah, that would have been bad if that had connected.
Yeah. Oh, did I miss?
Probably would have bounced off my skull, maybe.
They wouldn't penetrate and grip in your scalp, most likely.
Did the safety video have anything to do with that? Cranial impact?
Yeah, I think it said don't do it to people in the head or chest, really.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be
Cross the
shocking
heart
the
with
heart,
it,
because then you're
yeah.
basically using an AED on someone, and that's not good. You're rolling the dice.
What did it feel like to get tasered?
Like somebody had a hold of my spine and was shaking it at like a ridiculously fast rate. It didn't feel like a shock. I thought it was just going to be a really painful, like when you get static shock or like electrocuted. It was just immediate, total pain.
Oh, wait, and you said that was your favorite experience?
Yeah, I loved filming that. And well, just that whole video. I loved the end result.
It was like a very involuntary scream that you let out. Like
Yeah, that wasn't-
like an orgasm scream.
Yeah, it was me screaming.
Stop! I'm going to patch in the exact scream
yeah.
right here. So.
Can you use that noise to censor us whenever we swear?
Sure, I can do whatever you want.
That is a lot of work.
We didn't cuss much.
Yeah, you're not a cuss group.
No.
I can do more.
Fuck
cussing.
no.
Oh.
I think in our talking we are, but in the videos we don't really cuss a lot. There's not a lot of cussing.
It's funnier to say other words besides to substitute them in.
Like get lost and creep.
Yeah, I love that shit. I wanted to bring up that this is kind of how you achieved notoriety was the Super Smash tournament, which is a brilliant idea. I looked on YouTube, and right now, as of six years ago is when you produced it, 1,175,000 views.
Wait, 6 years ago, which one?
It's the first one. That's fucking crazy. Did you guys expect any of that when you did that?
The first one? No. That one, yeah, that one got popular. I think because in the beginning of it, I was in a Samus costume. I was getting hit by a bat. And I think that alone, in that video...
That image of that.
Yeah, just people liked, the kid getting hit with the bat.
What character was hitting Samus with the bat?
Ness, of course.
Ness, yeah. Oh, duh. Right.
Real bat that year. That was the only year, right?
Yeah, that was a real bat that
The
year.
only year
Was it?
trusted him.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
that was
a
a
real
wooden
bat.
bat.
I would not trust Max with a bat. But I also knew him when he was like 4 years old, so he was a crazy.
Oh yeah, he's your neighbor.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a wild one.
he was. Yeah.
Max, if you're listening to this, you're wild.
Got us those views. Thanks, Max.
So-
Thanks, Max.
Over time, you guys kept on doing it, and it's become it's what 5 episodes of this
Yes.
have come out.
Yes.
And Nintendo took notice of this. I'm thinking
Yeah.
through the popularity, and talk a little bit about how you guys got to do a video for Nintendo where they took care of the budget and everything. Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
What is
That's
it?
crazy.
Brand ambassadors? Is that what it
Yeah.
was called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you also got popular because the Link to the Future too. That blew up.
Oh, that was another one where it was a cross between Legend of Zelda and Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Because it's a confusing timeline for Zelda.
And you guys nailed it before the Hyrule Historia came out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Which is awesome to me.
Which, with Hyrule Historia, all they did was look at what the fans came up with, and they're like, "Oh, that does make the most sense."
That video.
Well, that video, I didn't come up with the timeline for that video. I just researched what fans were saying, and I tried to piece together like, okay, this this makes sense. So I think Nintendo did exactly what I did. I looked at what the fans were saying, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is the only way that these games can make sense. It's like it's a puzzle that wasn't meant to be put together, but if you're gonna do it, that's the only way you can put it together.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I was in like 30 other YouTube channels about.
Yeah.
Were sent a copy of 3D World.
Mario 3D World.
Mario
and then
3D
Wind
World,
Waker.
and we had to make a video for either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like a sort of promotional commercial.
We did a video for
almost.
both.
They basically picked one that would win for each game, but all 30 channels were invited out to LA to come hang out for like a screening, and they showed like some bloopers, and there was an open bar, and it was
awesome.
Man, that's so cool.
It was tight. Yeah, we met Andre. That was huge.
Black Nerd.
Black Nerd
Comedy.
Comedy.
Hey, I know you're listening, Black Nerd Comedy.
And
It was
also,
an honor.
what's his name?
Freddie Wong.
Freddie Wong.
Freddie Wong. Yeah,
That was
met
pretty
him.
cool.
He does a lot of visual tricks.
YouTube
and
royalty.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty popular.
Oh yeah.
Right on. That's so cool. Doing videos based on video games, well, a lot of them anyway, to be able to get the attention of the big N and get
There's
shit
a
paid
market.
for, that fucking rules,
There's
man.
like a market for video game content. People like eat it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If
I'm
you
definitely
look at-
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
like
too.
the second, here's like a Zelda fan video. Everybody starts to lose their mind. I don't know
Yeah.
why that is, but I don't care about it.
Yeah. I don't care for it.
Well, that was the whole joke in the Super Mario.
Yeah, it was like it was a PSA for not making Mario parodies, basically.
Yeah, and I was like the antagonist. I didn't want to do it.
Hey Luigi, check this out! Mario, you're a cat! Let me try! Peach, you try! Go on, Peach, you try!
I don't even want to do this video. I've seen this so many
Taylor,
times.
we don't know any more girls,
I
okay?
look
We don't
ridiculous.
know. Hey, you don't know any. You're the most like a girl out of all of us.
It's not a good. It's not a good idea.
Okay, listen, we're here, we're in costume, let's just give this one go, okay?
We really just need a couple
Mario
of shots.
parodies
from
just
you.
aren't funny.
No.
Go watch that one, that's a really good one.
That is
Mario
a good
3D
one.
World.
Yeah. Underrated.
That was a very
Yeah,
difficult
yeah.
filming. It was like 2 really long days. It was like 12-hour days of filming.
Wet days.
Yeah, I don't remember. But it was raining one of the days we went to the mall, and then
Remember that car
it was fine
spun
to
out on the
terrorize
freeway?
people.
So I was in the shower.
Yeah.
another
We were
way.
we were driving to Bayshore on 43, and then all these cars start to act weird. We're like, "What's going on?" And then we just see a car zoom past us going south in the northbound lane. And we're just like, "Oh, that
Wait, that's on the highway.
yeah."
He was slipping on ice. He's not having a good day. He lost control. And Taylor the whole time is flicking this guy off. Yeah, you're laughing. Flicking him off.
He's like really freaked out. Probably.
He's like terrified.
We were dressed as Princess Peach.
Did I have bong water on my eyes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because we needed your makeup to run.
We used ash.
God, he probably thought you were the devil.
Yeah, well, he sees a spray painted like caravan coming from hell with a princess in the front seat, flicking him off.
Like unshaven too.
Oh, yeah,
I had a big beard. At
The
that
contrast of the
Oh my
pink
God.
pink dress. and-
Yeah.
Oh man.
We got kicked out of Bayshore.
Yep.
You were running around.
I was
just as a
jumping up.
cat. Didn't get kicked out.
Yep.
Then I'd go dressed as Princess Peach.
And they said, well, get the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah. And then, like, you guys kept that in the video too. Like, what are you guys doing?
No. That was a fake cop.
Oh, that was.
Yeah. What did you thought it was a real guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a good
Good.
job. That's Spencer.
Yeah.
He's in the first Shrek one we
You
did.
did a
Hell
really
yeah.
good job.
You duped me.
Whoa, hey, guys! What are you doing? You have a state?
We're just shooting a video for.
Hey, camera, turn it off. Turn it.
Just trying to do a goof on Mario and a spoof of video game Marios.
You've broken the rules of comedy.
Yeah, he's very convincing. He's not an actor or anything. That was just one of my mom's tenants. And we're like, could you do this, please?
Good old
Good old Spencer.
Good old Spencer.
Yeah, that was the long days of shooting for us, but longer for the city of Milwaukee. I
Yeah,
think.
for sure.
They're doing that right. The corner of North and Oakland.
Yeah,
I was
running.
out there in a diaper, throwing balls all over UWM.
At least you guys are in diapers, right?
I'm wearing a diaper under this.
Yeah, because of course Toad is gonna wear a diaper.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious.
He's wearing something in the games that's close enough.
It's a diaper.
You're trying to tell me that's pants on short legs.
We've used. Doesn't take much for us to find an excuse to use a diaper in a video.
No.
A lot of us were almost naked at the Super Smash Bros. Live thing that we did at the
Oh, God.
Oh,
Super Smash Bros.
God.
convention.
Oof.
I think Nintendo might have liked that. The people who were in the convention didn't like it, but Nintendo might have liked naked boys. They might have thought that was funny.
I think so.
They put Shulk, that costume, they put it in the game.
Yeah, that costume is real. It's in the game. It was fair game.
Can we talk about that? So we did Super Smash videos. We did that. We went to a convention that was all about Super Smash
In Virginia.
In Virginia, we
We were
traveled to.
invited.
We were
to it.
we not just went. We were invited to. have
We
a
were one of the
panel.
special guests.
Yeah.
They put us
Super
on the
Smash
main.
Con in 2015, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The first one.
Yeah, the first ever. And we did a performance on the main stage during the busiest day at a prime time. We really filled it up, people watching our show. Just go ahead and watch it on YouTube. There's diapers and broken glass.
I'm really
and
not
just
a
all
fan
sorts
of
of
the
nonsense.
Shock collars.
Craziness, craziness going on stage, depravity. They hated it. They hated it. They were so kind to us when we first went there, and then after the show, they shut off from us.
But I don't think we were like disrespectful.
No.
I think we helped clean up the stage. Well, we didn't just leave.
We are saying it right now.
Yeah, we're saying it right now, so we must have done it. I wouldn't say it if it was untrue.
So this must have been just not what they expected at all.
Well, if they saw the videos, which I'm assuming they've seen the videos.
There was a parkour group that was more like organized that went
Oh
after
my
us that
God.
they loved.
We were
They
the
loved them.
antithesis.
Yeah.
They had them perform the next day too. They loved them so much.
Well, because we didn't. We didn't really
Choreographed.
script the fight other than who gets knocked out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like we're okay in 30 seconds. You need to dodge a punch. It was just like
No.
No.
Yeah.
And we're dropping mics and shit, like the equipment. I will say that watching the footage, there is one thing that fucking made me cringe, and I was reading from a brochure, like Bible verses, and if there's one thing I could do differently, I wouldn't do that. I was watching, I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Ah! Like that probably the most out of. I can watch myself in a diaper on stage, but reading those
I'm really not a
Bible
fan of
verses,
the
I was like,
papers.
oh, that
Why?
I don't remember
why,
that.
Why does that bring you cringe feelings?
because it was just nobody was laughing. It was just a silent convention, silent video game convention. I'm up on stage in a diaper into a microphone reading why they should accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior.
You brought that whole thing to a fucking grinding
I
halt.
did, and I think you guys even on stage you're like, "No, just okay, no. I thought that would get a couple like but it's just people like.
I told you that was a bad idea from the get go.
Well, the day before, some people came to my front door with some literature, and I thought I could use this. So I was
This is good material.
It says,
I
hey,
liked
some
it.
good you write this shit? It's funny.
Oh my god.
But we had funny prizes. We had like a $1 gift card to GameStop that
And
we
that's
gave
where
out.
we met Chris, right?
Yeah, in the flesh.
Yeah, who's Chris?
Another guy that we do stuff with remotely.
Music boy.
Doing some music for you guys then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a big
Jurassic
time music
Swamp
boy.
and Shrek Now.
Yeah.
He did the soundtracks for
Nice.
those.
Those are good soundtracks. Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Wherever
Chris.
are. Yeah.
Mwah.
Yeah, great. If you ever need to find like deals on hotels, he's really good at it.
Yeah. He's the
Finding
master.
like just those great deals.
Is he better than kayak.com? He must be if you're
He
saying
is
something.
kayak.com.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's his personal webpage.
Yep. He's got thousands of wires in him like the Matrix. When people access it, they're just accessing his mind.
He screams in pain.
This guy must be constantly unhappy.
No,
He
He's
likes
a really
it.
happy guy.
he loves it.
See, it takes 1 in a million because I wouldn't like that at all.
Well,
It's like Hellraiser. Pain is pleasure for
Yeah.
him.
exactly.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for explaining it.
He's a dodecahedron or whatever they are in those movies.
I
It's
thought
like a
they're
Rubik's
called.
cube from hell.
Yeah.
Are you talking about what they have?
Whatever.
Whatever the guys are called.
Oh,
Qui-Gon Jinns.
dodecahedron. Cenobites.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cenobites.
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 And Cenoman.
Oh, there we go. Now you're speaking my language.
French.
What are you guys talking about?
You ever tell you my Encino Man story? I thought it was a horror movie my entire life.
Okay, wait, hold on. It's about a caveman that's unfrozen from the caveman times, and then he decides he likes teenager things like
And
high school and.
It's like
he's
from
a pedophile?
1991.
It's Brendan
No,
Fraser.
He is a teenager.
Yeah.
Because he's a teenager. It's
Yeah,
like
he's
Ollie
teenage
Shore,
caveman.
and Fraser. And I saw it when I was a kid, but I just saw the scene where he comes out from the ground. Where he's like coming out of the mud or whatever.
Oh, I thought he was in a frozen block of ice.
Or so, yeah, I don't know.
But he does like emerge from it.
And I thought it was scary when I was like 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
So my entire life, literally up until like 4 years ago, I thought there was this horror movie from the 90s with Brendan Fraser, and it was called Mudman. And I would try to explain this movie to people, and they're like, I've never seen that. And I'm like, no, it's a horror movie. Brendan Fraser, he comes out of the mud.
He's the Mudman.
The Mummy? No. The Mummy means sand.
Regrets, biggest regrets. I think I just heard one of yours.
Yeah, reading that Bible thing.
I got one. In the Smash 4, we had a big 4-player brawl at the end to close it off. First of all, at one point, Taylor comes out in the Pikachu costume, this time with the taser
and no pants.
in the stun mode.
Pants, yeah.
So still painful, but not debilitating. Taser, we all just ran away. I wish I had stood up and took it like a man. And I also wish I'd continued to fight after Grant smashed a bunch of glass, one of those fluorescent bulbs around.
Yeah,
I wish I would have
smashed
kept
on the
fighting
ceiling
and gone down in a cooler way.
Are you guys done?
I'm ready to be done.
Okay. I was literally right underneath it, and I look up, and I just see glass raining down.
That's too much glass.
No, that would have been bad. And then I got body slammed into the glass.
Yeah.
Into the glass pile.
But I was somehow unscathed. It was.
I think it's just that good. Glass is like, it's sharp, but it's so weak that if you hit it in the right way, you never hit any sharp edges.
Yeah.
But then again, that only works until it's like crumbled into a fine, sharp, like powder.
Yeah.
You gotta snort that.
Oh, there you go.
I don't think it's
really high in heaven.
A regret of mine, but during the filming of Smash 4, besides being tased, it freaks me out. I still get like flashbacks to the feeling.
Yikes.
It's really weird, but it's not a bad thing. But when Windhell shoved the entire onion into my mouth, and I made that really horrible sound, that was like, I thought I was gonna die. I thought he shoved it into my throat and I was gonna die. I was so freaked out, and like I didn't know what to do. That was freaky. Yeah.
Well, then
it wasn't a regret.
Oh.
Didn't need to answer.
But I like that question is the most uncomfortable. Not even the most painful, the most uncomfortable, where it just like to your soul is like, ugh.
I'm usually the one that's like all nasty.
Yeah, you get nasty. Like with that blood is all sticky and shit.
That was really bad. I couldn't move because my arms the skin was sticking together. It was in my eyes. I couldn't open them.
Yeah.
What blood?
For Trucalypse. The ending scene.
He gets all murdered.
Oh, okay.
And they were spraying this like sweet blood mix onto me. And it was just all over, and my neck was sticking when I would
That
put
was
my
worse
head
than
down.
the chocolate syrup.
Ooh.
Yeah, because the chocolate syrup got out pretty easy. And I got to take a nice shower. I usually end up showering during the shoots.
Yeah, we got
the one
him.
that's like the first smallest penis contest. That was really uncomfortable for me.
That was a very uncomfortable time.
Yeah,
think
that
for
was
everybody.
for every single person there.
Well, I'm not, yeah. Well, I'm talking about physically, like it was hot and stuff, and like even where we slept was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, James.
Complete nightmare. We should have stayed in the car.
We don't want to talk ill of James, but
sleeping in this position would have been so much better.
Oh
anything
wait, no,
out
James. Thank you so much for letting us stay there. You were our only option. Well, that doesn't sound very grateful.
he'll probably be listening too.
James, no, thank you very much. But there was so many cockroaches in your apartment. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, and me
I
and
think that's just New York.
Grant
Yeah.
and Eric all slept on that futon that there was like a bunch of, I think, cum.
There were
on it.
stains, some whitish stains.
There was after we left.
So, thank you, James, for those two.
One of you got mad at me because I was sleeping too close to you, and you were like, "Stop it! It's hot."
I don't remember, but it might have been me. I just remember I was against the wall, and at first I was like, I'm in the best position.
This cold, nice wall.
Yeah, the coldest wall. And it started to be blazing hot, and I was getting crowded.
Sean slept sitting up on a car seat, just sitting there all
A
night.
car seat in the apartment. He did not sleep in the car.
Oh, God.
There was a moment when I went into the kitchen in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking stand here. I'm not gonna touch any walls. I'm just gonna occupy this very small space in the center of the room for the rest of the night. Fuck it, I'll be tired. I don't care.
Threw a tantrum.
I threw a tantrum by myself. And then, I eventually just went back to sleep in between Taylor and... I'm pretty sure I was in between you guys.
Yeah, I think so.
So I guess I was the one shoving you in the wall. Does that sound right?
Well, it wouldn't be like shoving.
And
it's just
you
like,
were the one that got mad at
it's like
Taylor.
three men on a futon.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
There's no
space.
way that we would actually fit comfortably.
I think we did it heads to toes.
Yeah, we all basically all have to sleep on our sides for it to even work at all.
Yeah.
I think.
We're spooning.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Also, one of my favorite memories was when we were on the subway with James, and that guy got on the subway, and he was just soaking wet. Like he just got out of the pool, but it wasn't raining outside.
There's no excuse.
So he just kept making jokes like, I didn't know there was a water slide on the subway. And he just sort of just sat there blankly, just completely drenched.
Yeah.
And then that weird bar with that person.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that one person.
That person dancing. There's like, they were maybe like 50 or 60 years old. I'm not sure if they were a male or a female.
Yeah, it was ambiguous, but I think it was like an old mom or something.
Yeah, they were just fucked up and just dancing on everybody and doing these really suggestive dance moves that nobody in the bar liked.
Well,
well, I did.
I like that question of your biggest regret. I really want to... Because there's always little things during a shoot where it's like, oh, it'd be so cool if this happens.
Right.
And like you just can't get it to work right.
There's a few of those for sure.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like little ones like that, but I can't think of like the biggest one where it's like we just couldn't get blank.
Yeah, a lot of times when you create something, maybe as a group, maybe by yourself, and you have this vision in your head, sometimes it's really, really fucking hard to replicate that when you're actually trying to do something. So, and those I think would go under the small regrets.
Yeah, it's like nothing's ever going to look like it is in your head.
Right.
But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because there's always unaccounted happy mistakes.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and I remember you mentioned this to me, Grant, that we were talking about the special effects. You wanted it to look like it was somebody in their backyard made it.
Yeah.
Well, that was like the intention. Like, we're not trying to make the T-Shreks look like an actual T-Shreks. We want it to look like Tony in a costume.
Yeah.
Because that's funny. And I also think that I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, you achieved it too.
Yeah.
I think.
We're not going to convince anyone of anything in these videos. So what you're trying to document is, look at this weird thing we did this weekend.
Right.
That's what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might sum up a lot of your videos.
Look at this weird thing.
And I think that it goes in the opposite direction of like, oh, there's something that I wish we would have done, but there's things that will be on set and we'll talk about. The example I always think of is when we were watching the video of you doing an interview after a Smash fight. I think it was in 3. And you fart, and then we were just like riffing, talking in the room, saying, "Oh, what if your like mustache flew up into space and flew onto God's face, and then God farted as well?"
Yep.
And that's just such a crazy idea, and like it actually made it into like the final.
Yeah, it actually happened.
We did it, through the power of computers.
The computer made it happen.
Yeah.
And this is just a one-off. Like somebody just thought of it, and that's
so there are
awesome.
things like that don't really come together until you're like on the set in costume and you see everything and you're like, oh, that looks hilarious. I want to try this.
Yeah.
Or do
Yeah.
It's
this.
just
I think
magical.
a lot of the humor is like comes from like errors of language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where of just like this insane idea that was never an idea until I misspoke.
Yeah.
The stuff like get lost, creep.
Get lost, creep.
He got lost me. He got lost me.
When somebody said that, it's like, wait, what did you say? What did you say? Get lost.
That's my
and creep.
favorite 3GI-ism is get lost at creep, which is just like get out of here. Wait, get lost, but then I don't know.
Lose it?
Yeah, lose it.
Is that the other part of it?
Yeah, I think probably.
It's like get lost and lose it.
Get lost.
In what
creep.
context would you tell someone to lose it? Like lose
Like,
the
get-
attitude?
Ask Eminem.
Oh.
Eminem, if you're listening.
I pictured the Eminem commercials with like the actual Eminem where they like take their skin off and stuff.
They're talking to Santa.
I also like the I know. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
like I know. Yeah, I know.
We're saving them.
For me, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I know.
I got a job for you. Shut the fuck up.
Are those heavy?
Yeah, I know.
If you were in the car on their drive to this first smallest penis contest, I have no idea how many times we said I know, but that was like when we first thought that was funny. Every single sentence. Yeah, I know. Hey, where are we supposed to make the exit? Is it over there? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just say yeah, I know to something you obviously didn't know. Like, oh my god, you'll never believe who I saw. Like, I saw Bill Clinton on the street today. Yeah, I know. Completely like delegitimize, suck all the excitement out of whoever.
And that in itself is really funny.
Yeah, or the opposite of that is the in the world.
Yeah.
Where you try to add excitement to something that's
Yeah.
so like drab
In
and
the
not.
world.
Like, did you know Milwaukee is one of the cities in the world?
It's not about what you say. I think it's about how you say it. And as long as like the rhythm works, like get lost it. When you listen to the beats, like yeah, that works.
It's outside of language.
Well, it's like you
I
wouldn't
don't
say
know
like
what the word is,
could do hack this. You would say like do a hack of it.
Do a hack.
Yeah, do a hack of it. It's said in a way that's like you get your point. It's just emotion. It's like an impressionist painting. It's like, what, you think my dog looks like 2 blue brush strokes? It's like, no, but that's the feeling of it.
And it has a little bit of humor in there too, because even though you can gather kind of what you guys are saying just by how you're saying it in context clues, it's also that silly. Whereas maybe you don't know exactly what's going on, and why do they say it like that?
It's like slapstick, but in a language form.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're just sort of making a mockery of language
Yep.
instead of mockery of like
And a mockery
the body.
of the mood of the scene too. Because
Yeah.
it's like a really intense scene. Like I got to get this computer. Come on, get going. Like, like okay, he's in a hurry, but what, you've ruined the tension. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You just...
Or that whole exchange that we came up with. I don't think anybody will find it funny with like the ants in the pants.
Oh my god. So this is a scene that
we were planning
wrote,
on
but
shooting.
Hey, run through it.
Okay, so what you're about to hear is sort of like think of it as like a radio drama between me and Grant playing 2 different people. Hey, you got ants in your pants?
What?
What?
Do you have ants in your pants?
What? That's it.
That's it.
But what's so funny about that, at least to us, is I'm asking him a question. He doesn't hear it, so he clarifies it. I don't hear what he said, so I try to clarify it. And then he says what I first said,
Yeah.
so he didn't even need to say what in the first place.
In the confusion, we switched roles, and that I think that was confusing even to us that we switched roles. There was a whole sketch we had, but I cannot remember the rest of it.
It's
Sketch,
prank, skank.
Yeah.
Remember that from high school?
Oh yeah, we had. If it was a prank, it's a prank. If it was a sketch, it's a sketch. If it was a prank that is also a sketch, it's a skank. Then there's also stunts. But if it was a skit that it has a stunt incorporated, it's a skunt. We
Yeah.
never really did pranks and stunts, but that'd be a
What would a prank stunt be?
A front.
well, you could also call it a pump.
Pringle.
Because that's what Ashton Kutcher did. He did a stunt that was a prank on someone, so it was a punk. He punked him.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
But what would a
Never got
stunt
that.
prank be? Like in
Maybe a stank.
It would. Oh yeah, we did. I think it was steak. But it'd be like. Well, I'm thinking of Jackass examples, but you know how they dress up as robbers and fall out of a roof?
Okay, yeah, that would be a stunt prank.
So
yeah.
they pranked them like they think there's robbers, but that was a stunt. They fell on the floor.
Oh, you're just making portmanteaus here. You're taking one word and another
That's
word
right.
and smashing them together. The first real band I was in was called Pedro Lopez and his Hovering Sombreros. And we had,
Well,
I had an idea.
cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I know.
We don't
It was a
endorse
different
that.
time. And I had this huge idea where we would obviously play songs, but there would be skits in the songs, and these were going to be called skongs. So
Skongs.
Well,
yeah.
Run us through one.
Oh, well, we had one where there was a bucket of fried chicken, and all of us were going to fight over it during the song.
I love it.
This song never got actually even made, but it was going to be like the tale of the battle.
That's
We ended
hilarious.
up with the chicken.
Do you ever do that, like performance like that?
No.
You never did sketch?
No.
Skongs.
Never had
Songs,
sex.
yeah. Unfortunately not. It kind of got shot down by the other members of the band and then never really revisited. But you guys were talking, meshing these portmanteau words around, and that's exactly what I thought of.
You should do
I
that.
haven't thought about that in a long time.
Yeah.
When I saw Alice Cooper, there was like a whole show behind his
Yeah.
set.
He's a performer.
Yeah, definitely. There's he gets beheaded and then brought back to life.
Whoa.
Thrown in a mental institution.
Did he
Wow.
perform
Story.
Feed My Frankenstein?
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. He got beheaded, and this woman in a bikini. We later learned out it was his daughter, Alice Cooper's daughter,
whoa.
played this part. She did a great job. She held up his head to the crowd, blood sprayed out of his decapitated mouth.
Good.
And
I like it.
Then they put the head into a coffin, they put his torso in the coffin, and then they put his legs in the coffin, and they stood it up. There was a flash of light, and then he walked through all in one piece.
So he's like a magician too.
Yeah. And then they went right into Feed My Frankenstein, like right when he came back from the dead. It was incredible. I was it was a freshman in high school. It was like the first concert I'd ever been to.
Oh, man, that probably ruined you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, if this
then.
is how every show is going to be, decapitation, blood spraying everywhere, he was let down.
Okay, speaking of theatrics, you guys have worked with...
wait, I'm so sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I finally thought of my biggest regret.
Yes.
Fuck. I'll think of it.
Oh.
Damn.
No, I just had it, and it was like...
The look in his eyes was amazing.
No, I did think of it, but... Alright, just keep going. I'll think of it.
You guys actually have performed live a couple of times, including working with David Liebehart. Liebehart?
Yeah.
From Tim and Eric. Are you Tim and Eric guy?
Not really. No, I did appreciate the movie. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay.
Weird. That's
Yeah,
weird.
that is odd.
Yeah,
You like the movie and not the show?
Well, I can grab certain things from the show that I like. I don't know. I just don't appreciate it, I think, like a lot of other people do.
The overall experience is kind of jarring, whereas with the movie, it's not so much. Like, there's some jarring parts, but to watch the 15 minutes or whatever, 12 minutes of awesome show sometimes kind of hard to watch.
It's a different format.
Well, and I think if you didn't watch it when it was sort of airing, now going back where it's been sort of bludgeoned over your head, Tim and Eric is funny, Tim and Eric is funny, this is weird. Now it's sort of like...
Now it's so fucking mainstream.
It is.
That's like
Saturday
a way to
Night
describe
Live
someone. Oh,
does,
Saturday Night Live, they
like-
try to be that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like the weird awkwardness to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it helps that I was in high school when this shit was coming out. Awesome show.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
being younger, because I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, I really liked this better as a kid. Casey and his brother, I still think that shit is like the funniest shit I've ever seen. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
He's all disgusting. He's trying to sing, but he keeps barfing on the microphone. That's
And he's like
it.
covered in like Vaseline. I look at that and my eyes water. It's so gross.
You don't want to
Yeah.
touch this boy. What he does, he puts gel all over, so it's just he looks like he's
man.
covered in placenta. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's really gross.
Super red face, like unibrow, everything, like...
Yeah.
And then his brother is always in a costume that's like, his dick is like about to be out.
Yeah.
Like there's only maybe a centimeter between the hem of his whatever and the tip of his
The
dick.
hem of his dick.
Yeah. His dick hem is just a little bit.
I remember you let me borrow Tom Goes to the Mayor when I was maybe 15 or 16.
What is that?
That was their first show.
Okay.
You probably recognize the visuals from it. It was all like, they were like blue.
Like cut out.
Grayscale, pretty much.
Cut out stop motion kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Nothing's ringing a bell anyway.
Yeah.
Are you a big Adult Swim guy?
I like most of it.
What do you like on there? Like right now?
Right now, I don't even know what's on there.
Rick
Yeah.
and Morty.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
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 Oh, yeah.
They got
That's a thing. Like they started out obviously with those shows, and I still like really love Awesome Show and Tom Goes to the Mayor, but absolutely puts out a lot of like they're a great production company and they put a lot of really funny shows like Nathan For You.
Oh, did do that, which is probably the funniest show.
Eric Andre.
Check it out.
Andre
Check it
and
out.
Review.
Is the
Check it out is also great.
that is my
Season 3 of
ultimate.
Check It Out is the absolute funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire
Yeah,
life.
I check
What
it
is
out.
it?
Like Awesome Show, Tom Goes to the Mayor. Like it'll
It's
get a
good.
chuckle out of me, but sometimes I'm just like, this is just not syncing with my brain at all.
Check It Out
But Check It
changed
Out
me.
is like it's a kind of humor that's gentle enough that it's not so in your face about it, but it still maintains that level of like quirkiness that Tim and Eric have.
Yes.
I think it's
it's way more
perfect blend.
focused. Tim and Eric are Awesome Show, and if this is intentional, it has the feeling of like you're flipping through channels at like 3 or 4 a.m. and you see like just weird things, like
That's
little
excellent,
bits
yeah.
of them. But then check it out. It's like
It's
if you
public
just stayed on
access
one
television,
thing,
that's
you,
what it
You
is.
saw
Well,
the Steve Brule sketch because they did.
Yeah.
I mean,
John C. Reilly's performance is like
It's
the
the
best performance.
Yeah, he's really good.
Do you know what
Ever.
Roll is?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I think it's all right. Now, that's what
just
Check
an
It Out is. That is pretty much just...
It's just him.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys watch or are caught up on all this, but I think Decker is like the funniest show on TV right now.
I haven't seen it yet.
Decker?
Yeah, it's a show that
never
Tim
heard of that.
Heidecker does. Well, do you know about On Cinema at the Cinema?
Yes.
Decker is a show starring Tim Heidecker, but the character Tim Heidecker from On Cinema. So like the really right wing like Tea Party idiot character made a show where he's like
Jack Bauer.
Yeah, Jack Bauer or Jack Reacher or like, you know, any of these like an action star or something like that. And there's 6 seasons of it. The 6th season actually just started. But it's absolutely hilarious.
Holy shit, I have to check this out.
Yeah, because it's another one that's focused. It's 11 minutes of one thing.
And it just looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's like, but it's as if this idiot character Tim Heidecker made it.
Yeah, the first couple seasons are really rough.
Oh yeah.
It like I revisit it, I'm like, oh, this kind of like it kind of drags out jokes a little too long.
The biggest thing I think is wrong with Tim and Eric, and it's not wrong, but they're always ahead of their time. Like they're always making fun of something that everyone else is going to be making fun of like 10 years from now.
Right.
Like the thing that Decker's making fun of is like super dramatic, dark, intense, action-packed movies, and that is what is all in the theaters. That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
There's like a Ben Shapiro book that, I mean, he's just like a right-wing commentator, but he wrote a book that sounds exactly like a Decker plot. So like, yeah, it's about a guy who's like calls the president a pussy and like takes things into his own hands to save the U.S. from terrorism. And it's like he wrote it seriously.
Wow.
And when Tim was like, he couldn't believe his, and that was like 5 seasons in a Decker. He found out about that book, and it's
wow,
it's definitely true. And you guys mentioned SNL before, and season 5 of Tim and Eric has Awesome Show has an SNL episode.
Yeah.
The whole, it's like completely stylized like SNL, and that's totally right. They are like really ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Except I think Bedtime Stories is like also another great thing that they do. If you watch
go into that. No, I have not.
It's like a horror show.
Yeah.
Are those like
For the most
also
part.
11 minutes?
There are some that are pure.
The Bathroom Boys. Is horror, but
I'm realizing how much I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
There's a lot out there.
We're
The whole
super
universe.
fans, so we span
I wouldn't
everything
know if
from when they started, their like old internet videos,
Right,
to everything they've done now. We're actually going to see them in less
On
than a week.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hell yeah. You guys excited for that one?
Yeah, it's been like our 4th time going.
So as I said, brought up your live performances. I saw you guys at the Public House. It had something to do with McDonald's was in there for sure. And I think
we had to film a commercial for McDonald's. That was
the plot.
We ran through that script like an hour before.
It's like a month after we
Well,
met him.
yeah. It was a classic 3GI live production where we knew about it for a while, and it was like some sort of like casual planning, and then sit down to actually work like 2 days before, and then the only time that we get to do a real tech rehearsal is like right before it.
Yeah.
We had trumpets going. Basically, we were hosting this David Liebhardt event.
Right, yeah.
And that was our
We
second
did
time doing it.
interludes.
We had the pleasure of opening for David Liebhardt.
Yeah, I feel like
And
the
we-
first time was like a lot more carefree, and I feel like the second time felt really stressful for some reason.
Yeah, except the first time was way a bigger production.
We did more.
Yeah.
Wasn't that at the Borg Ward?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
at Borg Ward before they closed.
R.I.P.
Welcome to the Borg War. My name is 3GI, and we're going to be bringing you a little bit of kind of interlude style comedy in between the acts.
We did a whole
for
live
sure.
game playing thing there. That was fun.
Yeah, that's on YouTube. Check that out, Borg Ward Show.
So the plot of that was we were sort of like, there's a hacker, and he's hacking into the 3GI entertainment system.
This is a 3GI entertainment system. You can play all kinds of games.
It's virtual reality.
And in real life.
So we want to have games for the audience to play, but the hacker makes some sort of like nasty games. So like, instead of doing like Mike Tyson's Punch
Mike
Out,
Python.
they had to do a Punch In.
I'm gonna ruin your game again. It's not punch out anymore. It's punch in for you. I guess the game is punch in now.
Punch Into Work.
Oh.
Paperboy.
Tony, you would really like this because it's parroting all classic.
video games.
Yeah, Paperboy,
I
Diaper
do that.
Boy.
Yeah, Diaper Boy.
The point of this game is you're gonna have to throw a paper into a mailbox.
the best, which is one of my, I think, favorite visuals, like images from all 3GI history, is Dick Hunt instead of Duck Hunt.
First game we're gonna load up. It's called Duck Hunt, right? We got the Nintendo working. It seems like the virus.
Where made a bunch of.
This is right up my alley.
Was it you too, or was it just Eric?
I don't remember. I made a lot of that stuff. I remember I made the Tyson for sure. I guess I printed out.
But no,
some
somebody
ducks.
stood there like with a hot dog, wiggling it like a penis, and then made these audience members.
They put
crawl.
on masks like
Well, I
the
think it was
dog.
like the dog. I think it was
Yeah,
wow.
and they had to crawl over and bite it. Just seeing, like, you know,
graphic
There was a girl that was
27.
really after it.
Oh yeah.
It was like an 8-bit. Didn't we make a graphic of like the 8-bit dog with a little floppy dick in its mouth?
We had the cardboard cutout of the birds, and the birds had a dick.
Yeah.
And you guys were up there going like shaking them around. They had to bite the dick off the duck.
We had dog masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
The
one.
people
But just
biting.
seeing, you know, like 27-year-old adults crawl around the floor trying to eat a hot dog.
A raw
Male and female.
It is so funny.
And
That was our
everything in
first
between.
like big live performance.
Yeah.
I think we were riding the wave off of like that Smash 3 vibe because that was basically like a 2-month live performance. Smash 3. I mean,
Yeah, that took a whole summer.
Just a whole summer. Of,
Holy shit.
I know this is going backwards, but that was probably my favorite video when I first started watching everything, just because the extended cut, because it was so
Yeah.
immersive, and I think like that's what people loved because it made me feel like I had friends.
Yeah, there's like a touching quality to it. You get to know
Everything's
all the
so-
characters
Yeah.
and all the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everyone says that's their favorite. And let me say, releasing that was not everyone's favorite. People hated that.
So mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Everyone is.
To the point where
why
you
would
made
they,
a
man?
video. You made a specific video calling all of
In the
them
middle of
babies.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's my regret.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
we
then-
took a bunch of
You
negative
had
comments.
a moment of triggeredness.
I got triggered. I made a video and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna screen cap your comments and I'm gonna show just a bunch of crybabies. And it was like I cycled through like a slideshow of the comments with like a MIDI of Bob Dylan and there was like a baby crying background.
Oh.
And then somebody in the comments said like, well, he's obviously upset if he took the time to make this video. And I'm like, oh, they're on to me. And I just took it down.
Oh, it's down.
I think I took it down, yeah. If somebody stumbled across that video now, they'd be so confused. They'd be like, what? Like,
What is this? Yeah.
Right.
because everyone likes it now. I don't know.
I think my favorite now, though, and maybe I'm partial because I edited it, but the America's Funniest Home Videos video.
Yeah.
Just because
People really
of
liked that
the
too.
quips.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like full of like that kind of language that you guys were talking about. I'm not gonna say that one out loud.
know. Say it.
I'll say it.
I'll say it.
No.
Go both say it.
Can you smell what the pussy is cooking? I don't like that.
Oh, wow.
You win.
Wait, what?
And my biggest regret is chugging onion juice. If you ever need to shit instantly, juice onions, and literally everything in your body will move immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now the 3GI show, is that where you guys all sit around and
We did something like this.
Yeah.
That's my biggest regret.
Oh, tell the story.
Yeah, okay. So it was mine and Eric's second date. And he invites me to his apartment and he goes, do you want to meet all of my friends and sit with them on a little wooden chair in this closet and do a live YouTube show? And I did it. And I was really high. And it was the most terrifying experience like I've ever had. I think I was shaking the whole time.
Right.
It's a very clear memory for me. It was our second date.
That's a good second date.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
an interesting second date.
Yeah.
Not many people do that.
And then for our third date, he asked me if I wanted to play a Shrek board game with all of his friends, and I said no.
She learned her lesson.
Yeah.
The VHS game.
Yeah.
No.
Wasn't that the juicing? No, that was the dare.
Yeah, that was when we were like
That's a
fundraising.
telethon.
Yeah, telethon.
Remember all those punishments we would have to do?
Yeah.
We would, like,
Somebody
say
was
the
writing
secret word.
somebody.
Yeah,
I don't know.
what we're talking about is we were raising money for Shrek Fest last year. We had to get so much more money last year for insurance and everything that we had to do this big telethon. So we were just begging our fans for money on the daily and sacrificing our bodies to do it.
We did every dare except for one. There was one that was just too much.
What was it?
The reading the Shrek fanfic.
Really? Yeah,
they told us to read.
Was too much.
It was a Shrek erotic fanfic, and they sent us like, here, this one's good, and we're reading it, and it's like, this isn't funny.
Yeah. it wasn't funny.
So we'll sacrifice everything but humor.
Yeah. Well, it's just like we're asking people for money, but they're gonna tune in and see us talking about Shreks, like our Shrek strong. It was just like.
Yeah, we don't want to be 4chan.
Yeah, it was just
we always
It's
do
too much
like
for you
our
guys.
main priority, and this is like what you hear from a lot of people who do comedy stuff ever. It's like we do whatever makes us laugh. Like if it makes us laugh, it makes it into the video.
Good.
And if it makes other people laugh, that's like really a great thing. Cause you're like, wow, you think that's funny?
You think that's funny? That's weird.
Yeah.
It's icing on the cake.
And I think we like things that are innocent more than like nasty.
Well, we like innocent, nasty stuff.
Yes. There it is.
That
okay, I'm using the wrong words. To me, the Shrek trilogy is completely innocent. It's like if we did something naughty, I like too brain dead to understand the implications.
But it's gross.
It's
pooping on camera.
I'll think of a better word.
It's a little bit gross.
But see, that to me is innocent. I'm saying do something that's like cynical. I'm not thinking of the right words, but it's
someone who is like accidentally cynical by being really oblivious.
Oh, I accidentally slipped my Shrek dick into this car. I'm so innocent.
but it's like
that's funny.
That's the shit that it's not malicious, but little kids talk about like that. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my god.
Hey, what if his dick came in here? Oh, I'd punch it. Like, it's just little kid stuff.
I went to Barnes and Noble with my younger brothers. They're finally to that age where they're starting to understand things, and they're trying to like say bad words in front of me to be cool. And we went to Barnes and Noble, and you know where you can search words or whatever. They went up and they searched the word penis.
Yes.
That's it. No, but I think a lot of the ideas that get pretty depraved. Do you remember the Hunkles?
Oh yeah.
That's really bad.
What was the Hunkles?
So let's try to explain.
This was the prequel to Ants in Your Pants.
It would be like a performance group called the Hunkles.
The Hunkles, the Hot Uncles.
Yeah.
And
okay. You got a birthday party or like a sleepover.
Yeah, I don't
order some Hunkles.
Yeah, the first scene is like it's like a.
I just remembered it.
Yeah, so it's like a 12-year-old girl's slumber party, and they're talking about like, well, this English teacher's hot. It's like, no, he's not. And then they're like, well, my uncle's hotter. And then the hot uncles burst in, and it's like this really elongated dance and song, like
where they're like Chippendales thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the way I envisioned it. Was the whole thing was a setup for a musical, right?
Yeah.
And they're talking about like, I think Mr. Larson is cute. Like you know who I think is cute? Who? He's like, oh my god, I can't say it. Say it. Your uncle's kind of cute, and then they all like giggle like, I thought your uncle's cute. They're all confessing like, wow, we think all our uncles are like hot, and all of a sudden. The music is ramping up. It's coming to crescendo, and the door rips open, and it's we and they go oh, and then right before the song could start, it hard cut to interior of a courtroom, and the girls are crying at the stand. and then the judge says, "Let me get this straight. You guys, what do you call yourselves?" And it shows in prison uniforms. There's all the hunkles. And they look at each other.
Yeah.
They nod and they go, oh.
That might have been the prequel or the sequel to the Baby Shocker Body Rocker.
Ooh. That was a joke that just came out. Something completely different. Basically, we were sleeping over at this one house that had a toddler in it. And
On
he
the
walked
way
down
to
the
the
stairs.
small
He hadn't
peanut.
seen us before. He sees a bunch of men in his living room. He got shocked.
Yeah, he looked around the corner, and we were all pretending to be asleep.
Nobody wanted to be the first to wake.
And we just look and like there's like this toddler like peering around the corner, and then we came up with that whole song and dance, the Baby Shockers, Body Rockers.
It's kind of like a music act about babies getting shocked.
Yeah,
but we're the babies.
Like surprised. Like, huh? Who the men?
Yeah, surprised.
Who the men? We the babies. Who the men? Who let these boys in?
So there are regrets. Not doing baby shockers. Not doing
Sure.
hunkles.
Hunkles is a good idea.
When we got a sketch show, baby shockers and body rockers, hunkles.
There's a million things I want to do.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You're a Renaissance boy.
So,
A Renaissance
yeah,
boy is somebody who's capable of doing a lot.
Aww.
what is on the plate right now for you guys?
Shark Fest.
Right now, yeah, we're ramping up for Shrek Fest a little bit. Other than that, we're just talking out strategy and everything right now.
Yeah.
Not too much going.
I think it's just finding an opportunity to shoot one of the things we talk about and just grabbing it. I don't know. We had a plan to continue the Super Smash tournament. It was going to be episode based. It was so ambitious. It was like a new episode coming out every 2 weeks.
Oh, that is.
But it's like, unless you're PewDiePie, how can you make YouTube videos for a living?
Yeah.
And the answer is, you can't.
You can't.
You need to buy groceries.
Yeah, especially with like the new adpocalypse that it's all a part of YouTube now. Like everybody's not getting as much money as they used to. Because,
boo-hoo.
Yeah, well, advertisers are pulling out because of the whole scandal with letting people without parental supervision watch videos that are mature.
Yeah, well, I think that's a trend with every form of media. You can look at printed publications, movies in movie theaters, DVDs. Everything, once there's a new platform, it's unregulated, and then it gets regulated, and then it's like, oh, this is dead. But it's just YouTube. We're past the prime of YouTube. That's okay. There'll be something else though, and then that'll be crazy, and then it'll start to get regulated because the executives get involved and stuff.
It's like vaping.
It's always like it's the same thing within every industry. I feel like it's that like, independent producers are always doing the most interesting work, and that's not necessarily true. Obviously, like I saw Dunkirk last night, and that's not an independent movie, and it's awesome. But on different levels, like Chance the Rapper is like an independent musician, like that's pretty cool and like unheard of. And so I think there just needs to be that breakthrough of something for YouTube now, like an independent channel for people to release web content. Whether it's through Patreon, like I know a lot of content creators are doing something like that. A lot of
like supplementing a lot of
them do like Twitch streaming, like live stream vlogging and things like that.
I know Drill like makes like almost $3,000 a month from his Patreon.
Yeah,
for tweeting.
Yeah, just for tweeting. But I mean, I feel like somebody like that, like they put in the hours. Like,
Yeah,
he's been doing it for
they've perfected
10 years,
it. It's such a weird.
Yeah, Tony's not a big fan of Drill.
You don't like Drill?
Hit or miss?
Yeah, hit or miss. I think some of his content is pure gold. For the most part, don't like him.
So you think some is pure gold?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I'll always, whenever Taylor or Jeff or anyone else on the internet, repost something that he says, I'll weigh in. I'll be like, this one sucks like usual.
Yeah.
Or this one is fucking great. I like this one.
What makes a great one? Is it like
I don't know. What that is a really hard question.
I'll run a few off the top of my head.
Okay.
Is this a good one? Another day of volunteering at the Betsy Ross Museum. Somebody came up and asked me if they could fuck the flag. Buddy, they don't even let me fuck it.
So I think we need to create categories.
Yeah, okay, here's another one. If I was a WWE villain, my catchphrase would be, "No, I can't fight them. They're too strong."
Okay.
That one's great. Okay, so that one,
I think is it because that sounded like a child would say that?
It's the exact opposite of what you would pick for your catchphrase.
Okay, so there was
It's a very simple opposite humor there.
Yeah.
That he's going for.
You like a layer. You put a layer of irony on. That's perfect. But you start slathering that on, and then it's just I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just like you want the joke to be clear.
Yeah, a lot of the times I do. I think
that last one he said that was dictionary definition irony is the opposite of what is expected.
Yep.
So you like it just straight out irony.
A lot of the times, yes.
Okay.
So.
And with Tim and Eric, I think it goes through a bunch of filters where it's like, what's the joke?
Right.
But I can enjoy that.
There's a couple things they do that are obviously direct satire, and there's other things they do that you can tell are just like things like we do that are just weird and that made them laugh at the time.
Yeah, visually
there's
weird
nothing
or language-wise,
to get
it's weird.
per se.
Maybe that's why I don't like a lot of Tim and Eric stuff that I've seen. I know I've not seen it all, but sometimes it's just like, what is the fucking joke?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the ones that people would like repost, like the sports video, like fucking 12 years later, it's like, yeah, okay, that's a thing. They're making fun of sports, okay. Yeah, like,
That's what
I
matters.
wouldn't like that video if I saw it now. I'd say that's stupid. Get
I like-
out of here.
In terms of drill, like I always like when they compare people's current like tweets. Like somebody will tweet something today and then they'll put it next to like a drill tweet from like a couple of years ago.
yeah.
I really like that, like to see through the lens. Like someone is trying to be really serious and thought provoking or something, and they put it next to like a drill tweet that perfectly captures like the overconfidence of the stupidity or whatever you're trying to say. So,
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Overconfident and
Overconfident.
stupid.
That's Decker too.
Is there anything else? I'm gonna wind this down. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? As far as 3GI related or anything related?
Our favorite video games.
Oh, sure,
wow.
yeah.
That's, yeah,
And
yeah.
favorite
right
movie?
now.
Okay, favorite movie, favorite video
Just
game. You go
gaming and
first.
movie.
Okay, my favorite movie is 12 Monkeys.
Okay.
And my favorite video game of all time is Super Metroid.
Cool.
I think if I have to say my favorite video game, what came to mind was Metal Gear Solid 3.
Snake Eater.
Yeah.
That was a good one. It was like camouflage based.
Yeah, you had
Mostly.
to like change all your outfits all the time.
Okay, we'll come back to you for your movie then.
Probably Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now.
My favorite movie is probably Usual Suspects.
I thought you were gonna say Magnolia.
Yeah, I do have a tattoo from Magnolia.
You do?
Yeah, it's from a thing that you like see in the movie.
Okay.
There's a little slip of paper in a picture frame.
I would have never have guessed that's where it's from.
Yeah, it's very weird and it's like strange to explain it to people when they ask where it's from.
It's like, yeah, just like a really weird moment. I
It's
think
an
it's during the
intense
climax. Yeah.
moment of the movie, and two characters are hugging, and the camera like zooms past them, zooms in on a picture frame, and there's a tiny slip of paper in the corner of the picture frame that says, "But it did happen."
And that's what.
Yeah, and it holds it there for a second, and yeah, and that's what my tattoo is, like the same font and everything.
It's really cool.
It's a great, yeah. Paul Thomas Anderson, man, he's tight.
You should check it out.
So yeah, I guess, thanks for reminding me what my favorite movie is. Too. Video game, I don't know. The first thing I thought of was Last of Us because that's like a game I just really love. But then obviously, I thought of the real one, which is Sly 2, Band of Thieves.
That was my second choice
Sly
too. Yeah.
Sly 2 is such an awesome fucking
Sly
game.
2 is
It's a
amazing.
really great
Some
game.
nostalgia there.
Yeah, PS2.
I was gonna say Sly 2. Yeah.
It's an amazing game.
I have not
Incredible.
played it.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh,
I hear it's all right. Yeah. The
Yeah.
Sly Cooper series, I have not even played.
They're great
Any of them,
games.
so-
One is like a side scroller.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah, it's more of like a puzzle game,
yeah,
straight
and
up.
then 2 is like sort of open world.
Okay,
running
it's 3D.
around. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone says Sly, I always think of Spy Fox. Like computer game, like
Yeah.
Freddy the Fish. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm so sorry.
What's Five Fox?
What? Oh.
You ever play those
Like
Humongous
putt-putt?
Entertainment?
They're like.
Oh shit! Okay, humongous
Yeah.
entertainment. Sure.
Freddy the Fish, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yep,
no
yep.
backyard baseball.
I know
Back
exactly what
baseball.
Spy Fox is now. Rebecca?
My favorite movie is Brokeback Mountain. Um,
That was a joke.
no.
Okay.
No,
love
really,
that movie.
it really is.
I never
Yeah, it
seen
moved me.
I just noticed two gay people.
Yeah, it was a very moving movie. My favorite video game is called Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
You ever hear of it?
Yeah, what is that, French?
Mortal Kombat.
Do you like to break their backs in
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat?
I don't like playing Mortal Kombat, but I like watching YouTube compilations of all the fatalities.
Oh my god.
That's like all I need.
The new ones?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
insane.
Jesus,
It's
they're
like
so bad.
like
I mean, so
a
good.
rib will break off in their stomach, then pierce their heart, and their
Yeah.
heart like comes
Yeah,
up
like
their
zooms
ass.
in too.
What the fuck?
It's crazy.
It's
or like
so
they'll rip their
crazy.
arms off and then like
Rip their arms off?
rip them from the inside out through
shit
the
you
arms,
can't even
then their
imagine.
intestines will be the arms. It's like it's cool.
And some of these
Shit
aren't
with
even
magic.
fatalities, so they just, that gets done being done, and they go back to fighting.
Yeah,
it's
fine.
ridiculous.
Wild game.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Movie, Speed Racer.
Yeah.
If you guys
Yeah.
haven't rewatched it yet, light one up, check it out. You'll find that it's aged extremely well. Favorite game, Eudora Genesis. One notice heard of.
Nope.
No, what is
I only
it?
know it from watching
It's a
it.
turn-based strategy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Similar to Heroes.
Yeah, Heroes. Like it's like Heroes of Might and Magic.
Oh,
Okay.
Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, it's like Sonic Heroes too.
Cool.
Returns.
Of course.
Okay, favorite movie, Sucker Punch. Favorite game, Dragon Age Origins.
Whoa.
All right.
Not a bad choice.
Well, he already said Speed Racer. Favorite movie, Back to the Future. Favorite video game, Donkey Kong Country.
All right, Back to the Future, classic. Donkey Kong Country, classic.
It's a really good game. You played it.
Oh yeah.
I just beat it like last month.
Really?
Finally.
Well, congratulations.
It was like the first game I ever played, and I finally beat it because I actually sat down and I was like, all right, let's just finish this.
It can get fucking tough, man.
Yeah. If you got to the end, do you know what it's like with the credits, the fake credits?
Oh yeah, I have beaten it. Did that fake you out?
Yes. Well, no, as I was a kid. I knew it because I was a kid. No, my cousin did it. He got so pissed he threw the remote, and my grandma went, Jeffy!
It was Jeff.
Yeah, it was Jeff. He threw the remote, and he went and bit his fingers like, Jeffy, get out of here! Don't throw that! He used to throw those when he got mad.
Oh, me too.
Bit his
Really?
finger.
Mm-hmm. I broke one when I threw one once, and I had to send it back into Nintendo, and I wrote them a note. It was such bullshit. I'm like, I dropped it, and the controller was completely smashed.
It was ashes.
Yeah, like I dropped it, and being
into a furnace.
You know, angels that they were, they replaced it.
That's awesome. Wow.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, this is back in the Super Nintendo days, so like nowadays, I don't think they would do that.
No, you just go buy it.
I think you'd be surprised.
Bitch.
It'd be like, this
Go suck a
full-grown
dick
man
and
just
a
sent us a letter. We need to respond.
He paid $50 in shipping.
Just send him the fucking controller. Shut him up.
They think it's like a threat. It's like you sent to their personal address and they open this box with pieces. Like the note is like cut out letters from a magazine.
Oh, dude.
If you don't want to end up like this, you better send me a new controller. I dropped it.
No, dude, that'd be funny. It's like
It would be.
It's like an actual, like a really nice note, but during shipping, some of the letters fall off, so it just ends up saying "you die."
And on the package it says, "Fragile. Do not handle with care."
It somehow fixes itself in shipping. We just came up with the 3GI sketch right now.
Right there.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just. It started out simple, sending a controller to someone, but now it's not funny anymore. And then that's
That's perfect.
So where can people check you out?
YouTube.com/3GI.
Yep.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, and we got
I think it's just 3GI.
Yep, we got a website too. That's the3gi.com.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, get involved with the forums.
Get involved.
They're pretty active.
Oh my god, I took that shit down. But people don't have websites anymore.
No,
Have
they
you
really
noticed that?
don't.
People
Facebook and Twitter and
That's all you need.
Not
Yeah,
even
I mean-
to sell merch because there's like, what's that one?
Spreadshirt.
Spreadshirt, yeah.
Spreadshirt.
Yeah, that's like a very archaic way to present yourself. Because it's like, who's going to go to your website? Nobody. Who's going to go to your SoundCloud? Everybody.
Yeah, website. It's
Like, who?
It's become a thing of the past. Really.
Yeah. People say, check me out on Facebook.
Mhm.
Not check me out at www blah blah. It's like, I don't know what this is. This ain't Facebook. I'm not
Yeah.
going to your janky ass website.
Right. And you guys do have a presence on Facebook as well.
Yes. Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
Facebook. We're on all social media.
So Twitter.
Instagram.
Just type in twitter.com. Go, baby, go.
All right. Great. Any parting words before we end this and get some fresh air in here? 'Cause it's fucking hot as fuck.
I just want everybody to get lost at Creep.
Yeah, I know.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into the 3GI interview. See you later from me and 3GI.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Go suck a dick and a banana. Because that's all you are.
Let's go with this. Number 5.
Fuck you, you bitch.
Fuck you.
Rapper guy.
Say anything that defends anyone.
Fuck you, you bitch.